How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a spectacular day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button so you guys do not miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. If you guys would also please make sure to head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week, whether it's for Call of Duty, Battlefield, or Halo, or even Destiny 2. And of course, if you guys would, make sure you guys stick around because I'm going to be covering everything Doctor Who here on the channel coming up in the future. I've got a review planned for Doctor 10 and 11, so look forward to that coming out very soon here on the channel. And if you guys want to check up on my review and my thoughts quickly on Doctor 10, David Tennant, I will have all that Doctor Who information in the Doctor Who playlist, so make sure you guys check out that playlist. And any others, if you guys are brand new subscribers or returning, I got a bunch of new playlist videos so you guys can check out old content and have a sneak preview of some upcoming stuff. So without further ado, we're going to be talking about Doctor 9, Christopher E. Do not ask me to pronounce this person's last name because I know for a fact I will butcher it, so apologies in advance. But we're going to be talking about Doctor 9, Christopher E. era. This, of course, is quote-unquote the complete first series that we're going to be talking about. And what it means by the first complete series, it is the first series that was launched not only back onto the BBC network, but it was also launched so people like me that live in the United States of America can watch Doctor Who, finally! Woo-hoo! Guys, I am a very big fan of Doctor Who. Doctor 9 is the Doctor that I started off with when the show first came out, when Doctor 9 first came onto the air. I watched the first 3 episodes. I had a couple things happen in my life with family that prevented me from being able to continue watching the show. I picked up with David Tennant starting off the Christmas Invasion, watched the first season, and then I just kind of didn't care anymore. And until recently with Doctor 13 and the gigantic controversy, I thought, big controversy, let's give it a shot. Let's see why everyone's in such a big of a fuss. And I watched 10 minutes of one episode with Doctor 13, and I just couldn't believe how far down the rabbit hole when it comes to garbage storytelling and character development the show had become. And so I was interested to watch all of Doctors 9, 10, 11, and 12 and see why and how Doctor 13 is the way it is. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, Doctor 9 is good. It's got a lot of problems, got a lot of nitpick things that you can, pick at if you want to. But for me, Doctor 9 is still great. I, of course, enjoy David Tennant. David Tennant is the Doctor, is always going to be my Doctor. Matt Smith is great. And, of course, I'll talk about those doctors in their own videos. And Peter Capaldi was okay. But Doctor 9, I really enjoy. And I'm happy that I was able to finally get a copy of this on Blu-ray and watch it for you guys. Billie Piper as side character of Rose Tyler, really enjoyed. One thing I don't understand is that Christopher E. only did 13 episodes. He's only got 13 episodes for the 9th Doctor era. But they did a great job. I think that the show did a great job bringing the Doctor back to life and bringing it into the mainstream viewing. Because a lot of people didn't know who Doctor Who was. And when you heard of Doctor Who, you're like, oh, it's that show from 30, 40 years ago, and it's dead, it's never coming back. And I hope that doesn't happen with Stargate. Just sidetrack note. But I'm happy that Doctor Who came back into mainstream viewing for audiences, especially people that live outside of the British viewing. And I'm happy. And I can't state that enough. I'm really happy that the show came back. And I'm happy that Doctor 9 was such a success that it led into David Tennant's era and Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. I enjoy all those eras. Peter Capaldi, not so much, and I can see the problems where it leads into Doctor 13, and I'll talk about that in that video. But Doctor 9 is definitely a must-watch. You're going to enjoy it. The chemistry between Rose Tyler and the Doctor are just great, and it's believable. You can believe in the chemistry. I loved how in these short 13 episodes that we only got for this season, we get to dive into a lot of the Doctor's history, the Doctor's belief, and his rules and his laws, and what he is more lenient on versus what he's not. I thought the World War III arc was great. Simon Pegg, the actor, being a villain character of sorts for one episode, I thought was really great. It was really cool to see Simon Pegg in something besides, Mission Impossible. The character Captain Jack, most of the times I thought he was a great character. He was a great addition, at least for the first couple episodes you see him, and then later on towards the finale with the Bad Wolf arc, he just became this normal, I don't know, dude with a gun that just shoots things and takes orders from the Doctor. Like, he actually had like a purpose and a interesting arc that could have been done, and then he just does stuff. He just follows orders and starts shooting things for the heck of it because the Doctor tells him to. I thought it was just kind of weird. The Bad Wolf story arc was epic. I thought it was a great finale against the Dalek fleet, and what happened with Rose and her killing the Dalek Emperor I thought was really cool. A weird thing, though, is that in this show, for this 13 episode season, there's no Cybermen. It's really weird. It's really bizarre that they were able to get in, I think it's 3 episodes with Daleks. They had a bunch of other, like, hey, let's go, into the future, like 5 billion, year 5 billion. They went into some, like, World War II stuff and some other time travel shenanigans and dealt with these aliens that use human flesh as a disguise. I thought was kind of interesting, but it was weird that it's like, okay, you're going to bring the Doctor back. It's like, why didn't you have the Cybermen in at least one episode? They don't even mention the Cybermen in this season whatsoever. It's really bizarre. It's like, that's one of the classic monsters, and I thought, okay, at least mention their existence, because they do still exist in this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they're still around. And then lastly, I think the regeneration scene with Christopher E. transferring into David Tennant, and the whole regeneration scene just seemed really quick, and it was just odd. It's like, all right, he's out of here. Time for David Tennant. I'm just like, okay, I guess that was, as the Doctor would say, fantastic. It was really rushed, and it's like, I know that the actor didn't want to stick around, and I don't know, the actor just said he doesn't want to stick around. I guess there's problems, production or whatever, when it comes to making Doctor Who, and he just didn't want to do it anymore, and that's fine, but I'm just like, okay, couldn't you have made a little more of a grander send-off for this guy that's literally brought Doctor Who back to mainstream viewing? And it's just like, okay, he's going to say a couple lines, his hands are going to glow, boom, all right, David Tennant's here, let's roll, and we'll be back with the Christmas Invasion. See you in 6 months. It just felt really weird. It really felt bonkers that they made the regeneration scene so boring. It was boring. Like, I have seen David Tennant's regeneration scene where he's like, I don't want to go, I don't want to leave, and it's like Matt Smith is like, remember me, and he's doing the big dance and whatnot. It's like David Tennant and Matt Smith regeneration scenes are memorable. You actually feel invested, and you really do not, no pun intended, don't want them to change, because you got invested with those actors. Christopher E., even though he only had 13 episodes, I really got invested, and I wish that he stuck around for another 2 seasons more, and we got to see more adventures of him being the Doctor. I really wanted to see more, and the poor treatment of him being sent off and his regeneration scene being so lackluster, just, it kind of hurts when it comes to me, especially as I am a Doctor Who fan. I just really wish that there was more. I really wish there was more. I also think it's weird that not only Christopher E. decided to not only only do one season. But when you watch David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi, they don't mention the Ninth Doctor at all. Like, they skip over him. He's not mentioned at all, and he's not in any of the specials. He's not. He doesn't want to come back, and I think it's just sad. I really wish that he would come back. I hope maybe in the future, because Doctor Who is going to obviously be getting a 14th era. I hope that he gets mentioned. Maybe he pops in for like a minute or two in a scene, and we get to see somebody besides David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi in a Doctor Who reunion. Somebody that actually brought the show back to life, bring the Doctor back to life, that brought the show back to life, and made it mainstream. That's all I'm asking for. So I know I've gone on to a bunch of rabbit trails when it comes to this Doctor Who review. I promise you my other reviews when it comes to Doctor Who will be a little more mainstream. But I enjoyed Doctor Who. I enjoyed Doctor Who, the Ninth Doctor. Christopher E. did a great job. I highly encourage you guys, if you guys have gotten invested with Doctor Who, and you guys enjoyed David Tennant and Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, watch Doctor 9, because it gives you a lot more backstory. You're going to understand things, especially when it comes to the David Tennant era. You're going to understand characters and plots and developments and motivations a lot more if you watch Doctor 9. Like, you can watch Doctor 10 and you might be missing out on a couple things for the first 5 episodes, and then you kind of really don't care anymore because you're just along for the ride. But if you really want to get invested in the lore and the characters and the mythos of Doctor Who, watch Doctor 9 and then continue the journey with 10, 11, 12. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm giving Doctor Who, the Ninth Doctor, the Christopher E. era, an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys all have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye, guys.